Hey folks, early morning start today. So we are down in County Offaly. Well, we're on the County Offaly County Laois border today to do the Slieve Bloom Way ultramarathon. So it's around 71 kilometers. Pretty scary, to be honest. I haven't run now in, I did the Longford Marathon 3 weeks ago. I haven't run once since then. Done a little bit of cycling, but yeah, the ankle's holding up okay. We'll see how we get on. Do it checkpoint by checkpoint. So look, there's a checkpoint at 43 kilometers. If I'm still okay by then, I'm just going to continue on, but we'll get as much of this done today as we can, and obviously we'll aim to finish. Hopefully we can get through this. This will be the longest I will have ever run in my life if I get to it. So further so far was 67 kilometers in the Eco Trail back in 2020, what's that, 22 I think. So yeah, today's the big day. 70 kilometers, let's do this.
Warm up.
Hello.
Good luck. I know, yeah.
I gotta get some of those flick poles. These are like such a burden. Like
Are they?
I thought well, the ones you have to take them out and then yeah, definitely.
The lad down here is going to lose his poles. He has them hanging on the back of
Oh, okay.
a dainty little bag. He's going to struggle.
Come on. Brian Hurrigan, is it, or something? Yeah, sure, I was running with you up in the Glacial Lakes race. We both DNF'd at the same time. Owen Phelan.
Oh yeah, yeah, geez. Yeah, that was a bit of a This shit short out there.
Definitely.
There's been much running since.
Like a lot of IMRA races up and over the last couple of weeks I've done feck all.
I haven't seen. Did a couple of IMRA runs, but
I'm not fit enough for this at all.
I find it really to get the Timothy and at least get an ultra distance and then we see.
Yeah, just keep moving. At least it's not as technical as the other yoke. Well. Oh, okay. That's alright then. Very slippy here. The boardwalk is actually slippy, just even on the bridge there. Yeah. You feel it like. This is the new route then, is it?
How I got out of it. I'm looking at the footprints, this is how others are doing it.
It makes sense.
Probably local as much as that now time.
Yep.
That looks like newly shifted mine. But maybe not. That's the bonus, so happy days.
Okay. I would have got lost now if you weren't here.
That's why I sent them an email. I was like, I really think you should put a rope there.
Or tape.
And they just ignored it.
Just
there,
tape,
so
like, just show that where to go.
go that way there.
Someone, hopefully everyone cops that.
Most of them are through already.
Yeah. Or they may have taken a wrong turn up further.
I don't think pedestrians even come this far.
Okay.
Oh, we gone wide, are we?
No, there's a path here.
I'm on a bit of a path. Oh,
No, yeah, it comes back around there. The tree's just in the way.
So last time I ended up over there.
Oh.
Ditch.
Now, how would you know that you're to go that way?
No, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to kind of go more up, but like,
This is definitely the route, but
yeah, there's not a single.
no mark. And as well, you go up, you're nearly on this road by like 2 kilometers at least before there's another marker.
Wow.
So if you're not sure, you're stuck.
Have you done many ultras?
2. You?
About 3 or so. I've tried to do 5. I think I've finished 2, I think, and DNF the rest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I got the 67k in the Eco Trail 80,
Oh, brilliant.
but it was 2 years ago where it was really mucky and lashing rain and hailstones.
Oh, God.
And on the way back, it was nearly like a river running down the, you know, the shoulder of Joust, do you?
Yeah.
So I had to walk really slow.
Like, yeah.
So me and my mate, like, all the time where we had banked up, kind of like, just we lost everything, and then we missed the final cut off by a few minutes. It was. It's when they said you're, yeah, it was relief, but then like the next day I was so pissed off about it.
Yeah.
And I got to 38k in this Lee Corky Ultra at the start of the year.
Okay.
And then I stopped for like 10 minutes and tried to continue on, and then as soon as I started walking, I felt like I was getting hypothermia. So I just pulled the plug. I don't mind that DNF, that was
Yeah.
the right call. Definitely made a few changes this time though. My drop bag has a big yolk of soup in it, hot soup, so apparently that will kind of keep your half of it then, and then we'll go back to the finish line and I'll finish the rest of the soup at the end.
It's so hard to get that balance because, like,
Yeah,
even with the raincoat there at the start, I was like, well, now I'm sweating.
yeah,
But if I don't have it on, I'll get rain. So
yeah, it's tough. Trying to have all the right gear, this is a bad idea because they're not the Z foldy type. Trying to pull them out, and then by the time you're finished the climb, you only have to get it out.
yeah, you could possibly leave them at the.
I think I will.
Yeah.
I think they're a burden actually.
At least, like, I think with this one, the highest points are pretty much road.
Okay,
So, like, you won't miss them too much.
cool. Okay, we're at like 8.6k at the moment. It's just been endless fire roads. Not complaining. Very easy to run on. A little bit behind schedule due to a few inefficiencies. I left my salt tablets in the back of my bag, had to take it off. Struggling with that. Should not have taken these poles with me. They're the ones that are retractable, they're not the Z poles. By the time you actually get them taken out properly, the climb's over, because these are all like real short climbs. And also apparently there's lightning meant to be coming at around 3 p.m. So don't think these are the best. So I will be putting them away hopefully when I get to that checkpoint at 43k. We'll keep on moving anyway. Alright, we're coming up to the junction that we spoke about at 13.5k. Pretty close, 13.4. So a lot of people make a mistake and they take a left turn down here or they go straight ahead. That left turn is a dead end and you're looking at 3 kilometers on. So this is where you gotta go. The secret way. More boardwalk. It's gonna be slippy. Need to be super careful here. I can't afford anything to go wrong with my ankle. A bit slower, a bit more dangerous, but something different than fire roads. Fire roads are great though. Got a good bit of distance done with minimal effort.
Need a hand or anything?
No, all good. Just get the water. Checkpoint 1.
Checkpoint 1. How you doing?
Good, yeah.
What number are you?
3209.
3209. Excellent.
Make sure
All
that.
good?
There we go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Coke here, water,
Just
fruit
water.
and sweets if you want some. You know?
Water will be the only thing I need.
Good stuff.
And we're off again. Plenty of wildlife on these trails anyway, loads of birds. Seen a red squirrel as well. A bit of a climb now. Where are we at actually with the climb? So far 420 meters done over 16.5k. Not too bad. The boardwalk is way too slippy. It's dangerous. Tell you, if you're into collecting mushrooms, this is mushroom heaven here. Some variety of them. Some elevation down here anyway. Furry trees. Crazy. I need to get back on the fire road soon to make up some ground. Okay, this way, fire road. Can get a bit of pace going now. There we got a little group up ahead. I think they're actually walkers. They got a dog with them. "17 kilometers done." Alright, quick check in there. We're at 23.2 kilometers. The last 44.5 kilometers have been on road. So they had to do we had to do a detour off of the ridge of Capard. It's been closed off. So the road is going on for quite a while, which isn't great for me because the shock that's coming off of it, my lower back's pretty sore at the moment. But I'm hoping now that it should end soon enough, get back onto the trails. Overall, like, I'm okay, like the body's sore, the heart and lungs feel good, motivated still, know what I need to do. I'm still on target, plenty of time in the bag for now. So we just keep moving till we get to the next checkpoint. I believe it's at 30 kilometers, 31. Which I actually thought initially was at 43. So that's a big error on my part because of what I put in the drop bags, but sure, figure it out. Let's keep moving. Right, we're at 29.3k. The elevation so far that we've done is 872 meters. Like, I'm moving very slow, my legs are in a bad way. But 4.5 hours so far. Quite a long time for 30k, not even. But we are definitely way under the limit, or the time limit, so we're fine. As long as we can keep moving. Let's get to this aid station, should be another few kilometers. Then we get change of clothes, drink some soup that I have, top up the water, and we get moving again. The plan is to get to the 43 kilometer aid station in less than 7 hours, which should be well doable, and keep my mind in the right place. Also, I'm sort of by myself here at the moment in the middle of the mountains, just the way it happens. Caught up, got one behind me, he's nearly here. There's two ahead somewhere. We'll keep moving. assume it's this way. Okay, just got out of aid station 2. Should have recorded that there actually. They're very good, I have to say. Gave me a chair and all to sit down in, changed the t-shirt, changed my socks, got a lovely my mug of soup, it was perfect. Some cooling gel on the legs, and took some Martin bars with me actually, because I'm getting a bit sick of the gels. But yeah, I felt really bad coming down towards the aid station, like almost in that mindset, like, you know, you want to quit. But thankfully, just those couple of minutes really helped, like, perk me up. So, feeling like motivated again. And I'm warm, so that's great. We'll keep moving and heading towards the next aid station, Kennedy, I think the name of it is. So, I think it's at 43k. So as I said, my target is to get there in under 7 hours. Currently we're at 32.2k and we're at 5 hours 13 minutes. So we're okay. Right, back into the forest we go. Okay, interesting. I'm getting bad cramps here. Muscle cramps, that is. So that's saying, should have looked at that properly. Okay, this way. See another turnstile down here somewhere. See footprints. Was it directly across the field? Alright, coming up now to 35k. Slow moving, but we're getting a lot of the uphill done, which is great. This has been a brutal climb for the last 5 minutes or so. But at least the elevation is getting done. mud. Oh, there's a bit of a pad up here now. Here's the yellow man. To the right we go. Legs, I can barely lift my legs. Ah. Okay. Alright. Okay, we've just hit 37k. Just a relentless road going uphill for kilometre after kilometre. I'm having some real issues with the back of my, I guess it would be my hamstring on my right leg and from my back foot. Again, like this stinging sensation, it's not nice. Really struggling to move. We need to try and make up some ground. We're now going from County Laois back into County Offaly, Ireland's hidden heartlands. Alright, come on. Okay, we're at 44.4k. We've left the third aid station there at Kennedy, which was there was a cut off of we had to be there by 3:30 p.m. so we finished it with an hour to spare there. So looks like we can possibly finish this race now, so we're just going to keep on moving. Not doing too bad, in a lot of pain for sure, but once we get this climb out of the way with, we have a downhill section and then the flat where we can pick up the pace. Alright, not too bad. Cheers, man. Hi, how are you? Hey guys. Oh, okay, down the hill we go. Yep. Do you remember this section when you did you?
Oh, not really.
Okay.
This is Canadian routes now.
I took a wrong turn a minute ago. but we're back on track. Currently at 46.3 kilometers. I've got very bad, I think it's sciatica, if that's the right word, on the back of my right leg and my back. Just have to deal with it and get to the Adamstown, the next aid station. Apparently it's probably about another 9 kilometers or so, 10 kilometers. Nice trails though, lovely scenery, and it's not raining, which is great. Oh yeah, where'd that come from? I assume it's this though, because we did see a yellow marker. It's a right turn up ahead. That's weird. How's the arrow going that way? Sure, just nothing there. Still, they should point it up ahead then, or have it distract. That's, yeah. We're at 52 kilometers now. I'm actually starting to get pretty uncertain about whether we can finish this within the time limit of 12 hours. It's getting tight now. We have got most of the elevation done, but I can barely run. I can't run up hills. I can barely run on the straights now. The sciatica pain is just overwhelming. Adamstown aid station is actually at 57 kilometers, so we have 5 more before we can get there. I have no water either. You too. Let's keep moving. On a good roll now. must be getting close to the Cadamstown aid station now. We're at 57.63k. It said on the details that it was 57, so we did take a little bit of a wrong turn at one point, so it's probably early in the 57s really. I could definitely use some water. It's been a long time since I had water. I've actually tried really hard over the last 10k or so to get the time back so we can try and finish this in under 12 hours. I think we're actually pretty well there. Right, okay, just hit the final aid station there. It ended up being for me about 58k, a little bit less, but filled up the water bottles, got a glass of Coke, changed t-shirt again, dried myself off, so feeling a bit fresher. Legs are in absolute agony though, but we are running tight on time. Unfortunately, we're at 10 hours 35 minutes. So we've got like an hour 24 minutes or something like that left to finish this off. We're at 58.34k. We need to hit 70k or 71 I think it is. So it is going to be tight, particularly when you're on legs this bad and there's hills up ahead which aren't great. This is mad. This is actually part of Slieve Bloom Way. Field full of cows and bulls. Some rainbow there as well. Amazing. Little babies. Right. There's the old black sheep. These are so slippy. Oh. How are we supposed to break this to get in within 12 hours? Like, mud everywhere. Can't barely run. Like, I know I need to be faster and stuff, but like, I expected to barely make it anyway. Now it's like, it's making it extremely difficult for me. 6 people have DNF so far that I know of. Currently at 61.3k. There's more elevation gain than that was in the details. Struggling now. Put in a lot of effort in the last 10k of the race and just probably going to fail now. Won't make the 12 hours. I can't see how I can get that kind of speed now. It's just non-stop uphill and marsh. Can't gain any speed. Alright, so got 66.3 kilometers done, but unfortunately we're over the 12-hour limit, so there's an aid station that should be coming up right now. It's the final one. I'm gonna have to, can't be leaving people waiting for me anyway at the finish line, so I'll see if I can get a lift from there. So unfortunately it's going to be another DNF today. I really did try hard, but look, I wasn't prepared coming into it, and I don't want to make excuses, but Jesus, the mud, like it was unrunnable, so much of it, and the elevation gain was 250 meters, nearly more than what was in the details, which doesn't help, because I thought at the final aid station I was like, oh well, we have nearly all the elevation on, so we can just put the bit of speed in, finish it off. That was not the case at all. So unfortunately, this is how these things play out. I suppose it was a good experience overall, but ultramarathons are extremely difficult. Okay, where is this aid station? Final aid station. Hopefully they can give me a lift back. Thanks. I'm well over the finish line time, so.
Yeah. You obviously you won't. It's 7 p.m. would have been the.
Okay, so I just want to give a brief overview on what happened during the race. So we started down here in Clonaslee. Started at 7 a.m. in the morning. It was pretty cold, but it was okay. It was dark at the time, but it lit up there fairly quickly after. Continued on down this route through a wooded area. It got pretty marshy down here actually, and then at this river crossing here there was a boardwalk that there was trees down, so we had to find another way around it to get back up onto the steps. Which led up here to a road, connected on over. Just continued on anyway, and fairly runnable trails. The first half of the race was actually quite good. Then when we got down to here, we got to the first checkpoint, which was Glen Barrow, I believe. Yep, checkpoint number 1. The team there were great. They really helped out there. They filled in the water for us and all, making sure that we didn't have to do anything and everything was sorted for us. Just a quick turnover, probably there for about 1 minute max. Then we crossed over here, continued on the route through woods again. Just turn this here, and where were we? Sorry, the different coloured lines here getting tricked up here, but yeah, we didn't go this way. This was called the Ridge of Capard, but it was closed off, so we actually continued on to the road and followed the road around, which was unfortunate, but yeah, that was a tough part of the race, because when you're hitting the tarmac macadam, it's about 20 times more the impact onto your shins, your quads, calf muscles, all that kind of stuff, and that kind of took its toll on me. But we kept moving, and it was a tough going, but we got to the checkpoint number 2. This was Monnick New, Monnick New, at 33 kilometers roughly. And this was a really good aid station that had everything we needed. I got a seat straight away. I was well prepared with my drop bag, so had a lovely cup of soup or two when I was there. That really warmed me up. Changed socks, changed top. Full change, gloves nearly, and put the runners on and continued on. Felt renewed, which was great. Bit of energy. We were ahead of schedule at that point, so kept on going till we eventually hit the third checkpoint, which was in Kennedy Fire. So we had to finish this, or get to the checkpoint, should I say, by 3:30 p.m. We arrived at 2:30 p.m, which I thought we were doing pretty well, but I didn't realise what was coming at the end of the race. So yeah, that was at, what was it, 43 kilometers Kennedy cut off. Chloe there was really good as well, helped with the water and all, so all good. This is where we really started to move again. Felt like, okay, we can do this. Me and this other fella pushed pretty hard. His name was Robert. We made our way through the forest, up through some hills and stuff like that. Eventually then we got to Adamstown. We arrived here, we had about 12 kilometers left, but we had like an hour and 40 minutes or something, an hour and a half to finish it, which seemed very reasonable. This was just a water station, quick changeover, and lads were very good again, once again, pouring the water out for you, a bit of Coca-Cola, all the rest. So from here, we're like, okay, we can do this, but little did we know we're going to have to be going through fields with bulls. And the marshlands, the amount of uphill that was left was insane. So we thought it was 1,700 meters. That's what the detail said to us, like 1,705 meters. We'd basically done that by then. So I was like, okay, we have it flat, we can move, we'll make this. But it was just, there's another 250 meters of elevation gain, which just killed us. It was like your standard, like Leinster League IMRA race. Not possible within the time limit, considering what the legs were like. So unfortunately, I arrived at the final aid station, which is up in Glenkeen. It was 3 minutes or 4 minutes past, or 12 hours and 4 minutes, let's say. So I was already past it now. They were willing to wait for me, but you can't do that to people, you know. They've been out there for 12 hours already, the volunteers. They've done so much for us already. So I was like, look, it wasn't that I couldn't finish. It was only 3.5 kilometers left, and I could easily have done it, but I just decided, no, look, I've already missed it, you know. There's no point in continuing on. So take it on the chin and come back. And yeah, I think I'll do this next year. Positives about the race. So look, the scenery was amazing. The nature, you can't beat it. Like, you should have seen some of the things I've seen. Some rare kind of small birds. I've seen 2 red squirrels cross the path in front of me, which I've never, like, red squirrels are so rare in Ireland compared to the grey squirrels. So very happy with that. There was deer. The volunteers were absolutely amazing, and the race director Neve, like, you couldn't ask for better people to be helping you out throughout the race. No complaints there. Some of the markings were pretty poor, but this wasn't on IMRA's. It wasn't IMRA's fault. It was down to the yellow men that were put up to guide us, the yellow hiking men signs. Some of them were not there. Like, there was a part where there was a junction. I was like, do I go left, do I go right? And just decided, look, it's slightly more uphill to the right, so we'll go there and see what happens. And luckily enough, that was the way, because it was another 300 or 400 meters before we seen one again. There was a field where the yellow man was indicating to go left. I went left, nothing there. There's no other way out. The only way was to get through this fence, through a fence. In order to get through the fence, you had to pass over an electric wire, and I got a shock off that as well, which wasn't great. Yeah, and look, the boardwalks were so slippy, and I wasn't going to wreck. My ankle's already slightly sprained still, so that wasn't going to be a thing. Anyone who finishes race, fair play to you, because the conditions underfoot were awful. Now, it was on and off rain, but it had been raining for the week before, for the majority of the week. Like, if I'm doing it next year, I'm going to make sure that I don't sign up until the last minute when I know it has been raining continuously for days, because it just makes it so difficult. Like, I definitely could have finished the race. I would have been about 45 minutes over the time finishing it this year. But you take away all those wet conditions and I'm allowed to run on the boardwalks, and maybe I'm a bit fitter, I could do it. So we'll see. See how we get on next year. Could be a thing. Would I recommend this race to others? Yeah, definitely where to go. It's a tough challenge. There's no joke about it. Anyone who finished, like I said, absolute animals, and fair play to them. And that's it for me.